welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Counting down toward the kickoff here at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome, Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. It's Dustin Hopkins set to start this one. Off we go from South Philly. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Shelby Harris to make the tackle. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Thought that one might have had a chance for a second there, but not to be. It's a pickup of 8, and it brings up 4th down.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately, he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep for the Browns, it's DeAndre Carter. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down. Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast, and these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Backing for the Eagles, Avery Williams. The Eagles offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap down to Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. The yellow marker comes flying in late. Behind the line of scrimmage, might we get a roughing the passer call here? From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. His tight end, Goddard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. but now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Using the pop pass. He's belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
That's garbage.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Hurts. Finding Terrace Marshall for the completion.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This one from 43 yards away. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And open downfield. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Eagles have it. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch. But gotta finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Going to keep it on the option. Nice game on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Hurts. The second down throw is incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. And this sequence, not one to build on. They're going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On first down, it's Hurts. Short pass. He's got Calcaterra. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Sanders. Looking deep here for Tillman. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Sanders. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And I think the Eagles have it. Yes, they do. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Third down, they need 5. Now Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. One of the tight ends in motion right. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but...
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Here's Hurts. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. Wow, how he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it once more with Judkins. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll step up and run. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on third down.
Sanders now off the bootleg. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
On play action, Shador. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Jalen Carter in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He's got the rookie third-round pick, Harold Fannin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 17 yards on that play. It's a Browns first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection, it's just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's over on the flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now it's Sanders. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Sanders. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Sanders will throw it. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now, Shador. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form. in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. Caught left side by Goddard. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down. But it looks like the Eagles are able to corral it, so Philly will retain possession. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Zone read. Here's Sanders to keep it. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
It is 2nd and a yard. Now, Sanders. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Taken down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 6. That's Goddard in motion. Once again, it's Barkley. Oh, big hole left side. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Sanders to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Jerome Ford. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.